Yeah, that's my favorite theme song. Makes me want to dance. But we will get into my dancing later. All right, guys, let's get going here. Good afternoon, everybody. This is your main Horace. What to sell on Amazon? Another live stream on Saturday. I'm very happy to be here. Thank you so much for joining me. And what we're gonna do today, I'm gonna be talking about some basics, just how to select products. Once you find them, how to select products to that you can make a profit with. There's a process, and we kind of take it for granted. You know what I mean? Because we do it so often. It's good to refresh. How do you look at a product, and how do you determine whether or not it's a worthwhile purchase, if it's going to make you any money? We're going to wait and see if we can get a couple more people into the chat. We may not, because I'm a little earlier than normal. So if you're not here, hey, you can watch the replay. No problem there. I think I got one person out there, and you know what? One person is enough for me. We'll just make sure whoever is out there, let me know if you can hear me okay. Let's see. I'm just going to wait a little bit. And while I'm waiting, I'm just kind of checking. I actually have a search going in Tactical Arbitrage. That's the software I use a lot for my online arbitrage. Hey. So, let's see. Hey, Sonia. Thanks for coming out. I appreciate it. Not too many of us today, at least not now. We'll see if anybody else shows up. You might have me all to yourself. Yeah, we're going to talk a little bit about some news that's going on with Amazon, some things like that. I'm going to talk a little bit about a way to find deals, because that's what it's all about. The money is made when you find the product. If you find the right products, if you know the proper, methods, you're going to make the sales. I mean, Amazon's putting this in front of over 300 million people, and a whole bunch of those are Prime users. So let's see who else is in my domain. Hey, Sheila. Will, my man, Chill Will. Jay Sanders, hello. James G. And Sonia, you're showing 11 people. You know what? When I'm watching, I don't know, I'm kind of new to this live streaming. And there's always a delay in what I'm seeing. I mean like a serious delay. I got to fix something. And of course, I'm going to blame Jim, because he's my production manager. Jim, this is all your fault. Give me 1 second because my vicious dog is probably going to start barking at the mailman. Let's let him do his thing so he can feel as though he's protecting his area here. You done or not? You done? Okay, I guess he's done. Okay, guys. So, I kind of want to start out by saying something. Now, I take notes during the week. That way I have something of value to share. James Guidry, I hope I pronounced your name right. Thanks so much for coming. There's really no order to today as far as, we have a basic way that we kind of go through things as we're developing our channel, but this is very important. I take important notes, things that really resonate with me, and I hope you feel the same. But listen, I want you to pay attention to what I'm about to say right now, because this is so important. Today, right? Today is February the 29th. It's a leap year, so you should be able to remember that. Today, you and I, together, we are answering one of the greatest questions that you could ever ask yourself, especially in the area of personal development, growth. The question is, where will you be this time next year? Where will you be this time next year? So, of course, on this channel, we're talking Amazon. So when it comes to your Amazon business, where will you be this time next year? That means February the 28th, because it ain't going to be a leap year next year. February the 28th, 2021, where will you be? You can't answer the question with your mouth. But you know what you're doing right now? If you're in this chat with me, you're answering the question with your actions. Your actions speak so loud, I can't hear a word you're saying. You are answering the question right now where you're going to be this time next year, because the answer to the question lies in the actions that you are taking today. You took time, your most precious asset, to spend with me so that you could get value. Why? Because you want to be somewhere different this time next year. That's a very important question, and you already answered it. So you should be proud of yourself. It's very, very important. We have a mantra that we do, and we're going to get into that. It's so important. Some of you guys knew about the chat because you got a text from me. You got a text because we're becoming connected as a group. And it's so powerful, what we're doing together. But here's the deal, guys. When it comes to selling on Amazon, let's just get it out there. When it comes to selling on Amazon, not only am I a speaker, I'm also known as the Amazon FBA preacher. And I'm here to teach you. So let's go a little deeper. This is what to sell on Amazon Live. I'm Horace. Let's go. And the first thing we say together, repeat after me. And yes, you're going to say it twice. Good things are supposed to happen to me. Yes, say it again. Good things are supposed to happen to me. That is our mindset. That is our mantra. And that is the attitude that we are approaching this live stream today. And it's not over until you win. That's what you're here to do today, people. You're here to win. Now, me as your instructor, you know how I am. You know how I do. And I like to make sure I qualify myself as your teacher. Why should you be listening to me? Okay, so let's take a look at at my screen in my Seller Central. Okay. Let's see here. So as you can see, today is February the 29th. The year is 2020. We're going to refresh this. We've had 4 sales today. The numbers are going up here. 12-6. I got a goal, guys. I got to have goals just like you. My goal is to get and keep my numbers around 13,000, because if you notice, I'm always around 11 something, high 11. Ain't good enough. Ain't good enough. Got to get better. It ain't going to get better until I get better, though. So that's why it's so great to set goals, because when you set goals, it forces you to start thinking and using your brain, and your subconscious is so powerful. Once you decide that you want something, even while you're sleeping, your mind is working on a solution. So I'm hanging around, 544 units sold for the last 30 days, 12,600, whatever. That's my current, if you can see that balance, most recent payment that went out, that kind of stuff like that. Just so that you know why you should be following me. If you're not at this level, then I'm a person that can help you to at least get to this level. So let's see here. And I just want to say a quick welcome to a couple more people that joined the chat. Christopher McCandles, Mark Gonzalez, thank you for joining. And let's see what we're going to do here. So we're going to take a moment before we really get into this. We're going to take a moment and we're going to look at something here. Listen to this. This is some recent news on Amazon. Read this. Amazon warns face mask sellers about price gouging amid coronavirus fears. Amazon has reportedly sent warnings to sellers of medical face masks on its platform, who it says are not in compliance with its policies, warning that price gouging will result in their removal from the marketplace. Is anybody aware of this, or does anybody have a comment they want to share about the prices on masks? I thought about it very briefly. Oh, should I see if I can get those, whatever they NS2 or N9, whatever one it is. I thought about it. I said, I'm not going there. As soon as I start seeing Americans start panicking over stuff, I'm like, you know what? I'm out of this. But if you had, if you had a comment about that, just share it with us, and I'm gonna come back to it. I'm going back and forth with that. As far as checking you guys' comments. Oh, and Mark Gonzalez asks, what's my average return on investment? I would say my average is about 35%. I will go lower, because when you get to the level that I'm at, you're doing all types of things. For example, a good percentage of what I sell is replenishable, meaning that hold on a second. I just got to put my big head out there. Have you noticed that? I just got to put my face in front of you. I can't help it. But anyway, no, I was saying the types of products that I sell are a mixture, and a good percentage are replenishables, meaning that I'm buying things that I can buy and sell over and over again. And on those, I might take a lower return on investment. I mean, I might take as little as, 15, 20%. But over the long haul, I would say I probably average like 35%. And if you watch, if you go out and you watch how I set up my tactical arbitrage, you can see, for the most part, I keep it around 30, 35%. Now here recently I lowered it just to try and bring in some more results that I could sift through. But yeah. Okay, guys, so we're 15 minutes into this live stream, and I'm really trying to keep it around an hour. So a lot of what we're gonna do, you might already know, but it's okay because we need to reiterate that. Let me check some. Yeah, Sonia said my facility ordered some and they're on back order. I mean, guys, when it comes to the coronavirus, I don't even know. I don't even know where I'm at on that mentally, but it is something that will affect us as Amazon sellers at some level. It may be very, very minute, but it is going to affect us some kind of way. But we'll get through this like we got through everything. So we're gonna go into a little bit, start going into some steps here, because this, what I really want to do is just kind of go over some of the steps on how to select a product and see if you're going to be able to make a profit on it. So let me get my fat head out of the way. Now, as you can see, this is my tactical, this is a search being run on Tactical Arbitrage. And I'm going to show you, this isn't a regular search. This is where I actually went to a website, picked a particular category from that site. If you look right here, so we'll get into that a little bit later. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to duplicate that screen and I'm going to come out. Let's see. Give me a second, guys. So this is what they consider your dashboard. If you're not familiar, most of you are, but we'll go over it just a little bit. You can see I got 3 searches active right now. This is how many products have already been added based on the criteria, and this is from all of the searches that I've done, the reverse searches, the as well as product searches. We get into all of that. And guys, if you want to learn how to use this software, this is not the video that we're going to go into that with, but I will show you. If you come out to my channel, and then if you come down, there's a full playlist on how to use Tactical Arbitrage software. It's a whole series. It's a whole course basically right there that'll show you how to do that. So just take the time and go back and go over and watch some of those. I just wanted to put some of that out there for you. The software, let me see something. Because I usually like to, let me see if I can get to it. Yeah, I wanted to show you this page. This is what it looks like on tacticalarbitrage.com, the home screen. And if you come to the pricing, a lot of you guys know, but 9 times out of 10, this is going to be the package that you want. They used to have what they called Amazon flips. I don't see that anymore. So if anybody knows what's going on with that, hit me up in the chat. It's probably hiding out there somewhere. But if you look at your pricing, you're talking $70 a month, but that's if you pay annually. If you go monthly, it's going to cost you $89 a month. And I'm going to tell you, if you're serious about this business, this is some of the best software out there. I don't know, there may be a rival, but I just can't imagine. But the software is robust. It can be a little overwhelming, even after you've gone through all of my teaching videos. Just the layout is just so much information. So they have a 7-day trial, but if you look in the link, we have an additional 3 days, so you can get a 10-day trial, and that'll put you under me. Doesn't cost you anything extra. So basically all you're saying is, hey, Tactical Arbitrage, give Horace some money. Help him out, because helping me helps you. So I would appreciate that, but you don't have to do that. That's just something that I appreciate. And as a token of my appreciation, if you get signed up under me, I will make sure that we get you some one-on-one tutoring on it if you need it. Okay? So enough on that. What else is going on? So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to come out to view reverse. In other words, these are some results from a reverse search that I did. Now, we're looking in advanced mode. I don't like it. That may change, because here's the thing. With advanced, you can really put the columns the way you want. At some point, I may, but I haven't gotten to that. So I always use basic. Jim said, good things are supposed to happen to me. You darn right. Let's see. So I'm just going to look over. I'm going to pick a product. Actually, and when you start looking at your results, remember, you got your filter. So let's say, look at, you only have a couple of things checked. We want more. So I'm going to select all, and then I'm going to deselect eBay. Because I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with eBay. I have sourced from eBay before. You just got to be careful, use some good, common sense. Look at the seller, everything you can see about him. If this guy is a power seller, you can tell he's been doing this, then yeah, you'll be able to. But if this guy is looking kind of shady, just launched or whatever, no. And look at, the only thing that's checked is just toys and games and all that. So I want everything right now, because the more we put out here, and then watch what happens. See how that number changed? Now, we'll start right where we are. The first product. Okay, so the first thing you're looking at, you're trying to get a match here. Okay? So you're looking at your pictures, and you'll see if you have a match. Now, before you even move any further, okay, look at the monthly sales. Oh my God. But before you go any further, you may be restricted in Haynes. I'm probably restricted. So if you notice up here, there's an extension running that you get with Tactical Arbitrage. And that way right here, you can check your restrictions. That's so important. Now you see, I'm not restricted. We just went through 2 steps, right? Making sure it's a match, making sure you're not restricted. Keep moving, because this is time. You ain't got that much time if you're a working class hustler like me. But I'm going to tell you, you build as you source. You build as you source. There's so much that's going on while you're sourcing that doesn't break through the surface right then and there. See, now, hello, Angie Morgan. Thanks for joining. Now I got to put my big head back out here, because I'm about to start preaching. I gotta get better with this. I gotta get better with this software. Cause I can't. hold tight. There we go. Okay, so as I was saying, there's so much that's going on. You have to understand. Sometimes, and this is important, so listen, because there's going to be times where you're frustrated. There are going to be times where you're going through, you're looking. I don't care if you're at the store doing retail arbitrage. I don't care if you're using tactical arbitrage. I don't care if you're out there on a site just going through the clearance or whatever. You are going to have times where nothing is working. And you start to get frustrated. You're like, man, I can't find nothing. There's something going on. You have to be aware the time that you spend is not wasted. Just because you spent a half an hour, and you came up with nothing. Do not think that you wasted time. You did not. For example, watch what happens here. So it said, I'm restricted. So what? Request the approval. You might just get it. Let's see. We didn't. But here's the deal. Even though we didn't get it, it's okay. This stays in your mind, okay? What stays in your mind? The fact that Hanes pullover EcoSmart fleece hoodies are moving 8,000 a month across different variations. That's information that you're gonna you're gonna need, because you know what happens one day while you're sourcing. You're gonna click this restrictions, you're gonna apply, and you're going to get approved. I'm telling you, I got approved for things that I never thought I was gonna get. So don't be discouraged. Okay, that is so important. So I give you an example. Now, this is a NutriBullet. Check restrictions. I'm approved. I never thought I would get approved for NutriBullets. I'm talking about 2 years went by. And I was like, you know what? Whatever. But every time I source, when I'm looking at a product, if I click the restrictions and it says I'm not approved, I go ahead and apply. Do not stop. Always. Look at KitchenAid. I can't get approved right now for whatever reason. One day I'm going to click on it, and I will be. Okay. So we can get me out of here. Hey, Deborah, it's okay. You're a little late. It doesn't matter. I'm just glad you're here. So here. And see, remember, when you're looking at your results here, you can see the return on investments, right? I mean, these are really good return on investments. It's just a matter of time for you to find the right product, okay? And notice, when I hover over, I let it open up, because you got to make sure you got a match, okay? So we'll check the restrictions. It says no. Now, if it seems to be a match and there's no restrictions, the next step is going out on Amazon. Well, you could do it one or two ways. A logical way would be to make sure it's in stock at Nordstrom. Because if it's not in stock at the site where it's supposed to be, why would you even spend any more time? At that price, I would venture to say it's not. But guess what? Let's see. Yeah, it's not. Sold out. But whoever got that, they did all right. Now, here's what I would do. Before I move on, because I'm learning as I go along, before I move on, I will see, is it really selling for almost $38 on Amazon? It is, but now you see a variation. So you want to make sure that it's the 34. Was it even the 34 ounce? Let's see. Yeah, that was the 34 ounce. Man, somebody came up with this. Somebody did all right. I mean, look at that. That's then what I would do after that. Then I start to look. This is just the way I do it. I filter the different sellers. Because remember, we're doing Prime, right? We send our inventory in and let Amazon do the work. So we're only focused with people who do Prime. There's only one. It's Amazon. They're at 37. Man, you could jump right in. I don't have a problem jumping in with Amazon. Some people, oh, I would. I've never had a problem with them. Remember, Amazon knows what we're doing. Amazon, they're not stupid. They know what arbitrage is. They don't talk much about it. But if you think that they're in the that they don't understand what's going on, trust me, they do. But I would jump in with that. But another thing that I would probably do, you know what? Let me go right. Another thing I would do, I would let my keeper chart load. I got helium 10. I don't really use it that much. Tyka Flex, I want to welcome you. Thanks for joining us. I don't know if anybody else is using helium 10. Let me know in the chat. But what I would do is I'm just sort of running my cursor across, and I'm just looking. All of that orange is Amazon. They never go out of stock. The lowest it went was like 34. I mean, this would be so good if I could get it. Now, you know what? What if Walmart had it? See, because remember when we did the search, watch this. Let me see. Da, 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 da. See this right here where it says also show reverse search results of more sources. Always have that checked so that even when you're doing a product search, it's going to show the other sites that may have that product. Now, this was a reverse search. So in a reverse search, the system is automatically just saying, hey, here's some of the best selling products, some of the movers and shakers, most wished, whatever you clicked. And here are the different stores. So they found this product and they said, hey, you can get it at Walmart, you can get it at Nordstrom. But even that's in a reverse search. But even when you're doing a regular product search, click that toggle over what I just showed you. And you basically turn your product search sort of into a reverse search. But it just started at that site. You see what I'm saying? A regular reverse search starts at Amazon. And it says, okay, let's look at Amazon's bestsellers. A product search starts at a particular website, finds a product that meets your criteria, and then it goes further and says, well, we found this. It meets the criteria. Let's see if there's anywhere else that has it as well. So you see the power of this software. So now we're going to see if Amazon has it for $26.88 because you still make $8 or whatever. Let's see. Now you got to watch Amazon. You got to watch Walmart because your different sizes can be different prices. Now you watch, you click 34 ounces and you ain't going to make, look at the range when you see how you change? So you're not going to have enough margin there. Let's see. So James, you're known as Flex. I'll try to remember that. Mark Gonzalez says helium 10 is a little more clean. Also going to start using BuyBot Pro. I never heard of that. I'm going to have to look into that. So here we go again. All we're doing is using tactical arbitrage, doing a search. Because the first step, guys, of course, is where do you find the products? Now, you can spend hours trying to figure out where to go. But you get better at this as you go along. Okay, you get better at finding where to source it. Everybody's gonna have their favorite place. Me personally, I do well on Target. I do well on Walmart. I had a period where I did well at a store called Boscov's. I have certain retail stores that I go to every week. So, but here, this would be good. Look at the estimated monthly sales. You're not going to spend that much. You got a good return on investment, but are you approved? Can you sell it? Okay, we're good there. Is it really at Target for $15? Sold out. Dang gummit. But you see how this works? And this is what I'm telling you. Sometimes do not get frustrated when you keep going product after product and you can't find it. Just keep going. I'm telling you, it'll happen. Let's see. Look at that. No good. This ain't the same, or is it? Let's see. You got to make sure you got a match. And see, the price ain't right either. Also, make sure you're using your Rakuten or whatever cash back you like to use. You'll notice, we'll talk about it, but the software, Tactical Arbitrage, is starting to factor in and show you where you can get different types of coupons, rewards, stuff like that. And I'm just gonna go a little bit more. Let's see. No way. Let me just see something here. I'm really not interested in this, but I just got approved for this brand, Glamorous. So you see what's happening? Even though I'm not interested in that, I got approved for it. So what does that mean? That means down the road, a better deal may come along. This is a deal where you only make 12%, $2. But here's the deal. I source at Walmart a lot anyway. So I could throw this in there since you're talking about 1,800 estimated monthly sales across the variations. I may get them as part of a bulk order. That's how you got to start thinking, guys. Okay. 44F white. Okay, I don't know bra sizes really, but yeah, 44F. Yeah, that sounds pretty big. Okay. So all I'm doing at this point, I'm just looking to see, and they don't even have it anymore. It probably changed links or whatever it may be. I'm not approved for Hot Wheels, so I'm not even going there. Watch this. Oh, wait. Now you see that? Let me double check that. That don't seem right. All right. Well, it says I'm approved. You're talking about 1,208 monthly sales, 135% return on investment, $10 profit. Next thing, does Target really have it? Because it looks like it's a match. Sold out. Let's see. You got to be careful with video games because a lot of those, they're downloadable or whatever it may be. They have a lot of restrictions too. I used to deal in video games. I don't really deal in them that much anymore, but that is an area if you like them. See, look, we just got approved for the Sega brand. If you like video games, then you know a lot about them. You know the titles. That's a great way to get started as well. Kind of sticking to the areas that you already know. So it looks like these are match. Looks like good monthly sales, good return on investment. But is it really available? Let's see. Out of stock. It's okay though. Now we're approved. Eventually, something from Sega will be in stock. And I'll be at the right place at the right time. So that was not a waste, guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You know, just stick to the plan. Keep moving. You'll get there. Let's see. We're 41 minutes into the live chat. Let me see. Can I sell Dickies? I don't know. Clothing? I don't know. I have sold clothing, and I've actually sold it successful. But here's the thing about clothing. There's so many variations, and I was lazy. I didn't want to think. I didn't want to deal with it. But here's the thing. When I take that attitude, I'm not following the advice that I give you. If it's a little bit harder, then guess what? That adds a degree of separation between you and your competition, right? Time for a little preaching. Okay. Remember, I've said this on other videos. Look at yourselves. Look at who you are. Don't you realize there are other people doing it just like you, and they ain't going nowhere, just like you're not going anywhere. So if you're here and you ain't going nowhere, they're there and they ain't going nowhere, guess what? How are you going to separate yourself? Well, I tell you what, and I've said this before, among those that are willing to continue doing this, just like there's a certain segment of our, society that are willing to work and they just go to work. They're never unemployed. They just go to work. But when they go there, they do the minimum amount possible. They do just enough not to get fired. And the employer pays them just enough so they won't quit. All you got to do is go to work just like they do, but do more work. And all of a sudden you start to separate yourself. Same thing here. You feel like you don't want to deal with clothing because of the variations. Guess what? There's a whole lot of other people feeling the same way. And here's your chance to differentiate. Every degree of separation is what makes the difference. But we got to make sure Home Depot has these for $27.99. Now remember what I was saying? Look at this. When you hover over, now they're saying 16% off cash back, 10% off gift card. And they're saying Top Cashback is a place that you could go to. Card Bazaar is a place you could go to. Now, what I found is you should be able to just move your mouse, but it goes away. So what I had to do is hover over, hit the tab. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Hover over it, and then while that's open, it was working last night, I could just hit the tab button, and then it would go over, and then it would highlight where it says Top Cashback, because that's actually a link, but you can't get to it. I think there's something going on with the software. Let me see. But either way, the software is starting to show you because you see the difference between what Home Depot is selling it at, and you should be able to get it for 21. But that would be using those options. And they do have them. But then you got to get into your variations. Now, you could get into tactical edge, and you can pull up all of that if you wanted to. I would just go over here and see which ones. And see, that's good rank. By the way, that is scandalized what I'm using. I love it because right there it shows you right in front of you what your rank is. That way you don't have to scroll around or whatever. Now, we're looking for 40 width and 32 length. And then we're just kind of looking to see what the price is. There's only one person that has it. And guess what? He's not FBA. So what you could do, if you want to do the work, you could go and you could, heck, even, let me see something here. If there was a way I could get that to, oh, I see what's going wrong. Hold on. There's got to be a way to get that. But if you could get on that top cash back and save that 16%, and you got that gift card for another 10%, you know, you could make a move on that. Let's see. And then from there, all you do is, if you want, like what I would do is I'm just sort of scrolling and looking, and it looks like it's been in the 40s since February the 8th. And look we're already going into March, and it's been hanging right up there. So, you know, you could look at it over a year, and that will let you know. So going into this, you know, the lowest it ever really gets is around $35. Okay. You had a dip there, but you would not do bad with this, especially being the only FBA person. But you know, that brings me to something that I want to talk about real quick before we run out of time, because I gotta have my time to yak. Let's see here. Looks like my screen is frozen. Let's see. Are you guys seeing? Hold on. Yeah, I don't know, Deb. I don't know what that. We got to look that up. Unless Flex wants to tell us a little bit about that BuyBot Pro. We'll have to look that up. Let's see. Hold on, gang. Cause I'm having some problems with my screen here. So does it look like my screen is frozen? Or do you even see my screen? I'm having a problem showing my webcam. I don't know what's going on with it. I think it's frozen. No clue. Okay. Well, if you guys. Oh, okay. So my screen is frozen, but can you hear me? As long as you can hear me, we'll just continue. If you can't, then I'll go ahead and end it. Let's see. Okay, so something went wrong with the live stream, and for some reason, I'm frozen. And let's see if can you see my screen, or are you just seeing the frozen webcam? Deborah said, "Don't end it. We can hear you. You can hear me, but what can you see? Are you seeing my screen? Because I gotta at least be able to show you. Okay, thanks, Sheila. You can see my screen, so we'll just keep it moving like that. I don't know what's going on here, but it was bound to get us sooner or later. We went through like 4 live streams without having any problems. That's almost unheard of. So anyway, yeah, I would. This would be an example of a product that I will move on. So let's just get going here, because I'm only going to stay on for maybe 10 more minutes. Um, I just wanted to tell you, just remember. Well, here, I tell you what, there was another thing I wanted to talk about. Now, this is important. Everybody knows that you can sell on Amazon, but you can also sell on Walmart. Okay, Walmart has third-party sellers, just like Amazon has third-party sellers, people like us. Check this out. Walmart fulfillment services. That's just like Amazon FBA. Okay? The retailer introduced Walmart fulfillment services, which will enable sellers on its e-commerce platform to pay Walmart to take care of the logistics of sales conducted through Walmart Marketplace, rather than working with a third-party service or handling orders themselves. So that's basically Walmart saying, hey, we're ready to up our game and start offering what Amazon offers. And that may have been one thing that was keeping third-party sellers from going over to sell on Walmart's platform. You know, I'm not interested in it, but I love it because I love it when you take a particular business that's doing great, but right on their heels is the competition. That is very good for you and me. So just take that into account. If you're thinking about selling on Walmart, hey, there's money out there. I'm not interested in it right now, but that could change. And this could play a part in that. So just keep that in mind. And another thing I wanted to tell you, when it comes to, you know, doing this Amazon thing, there will be problems. There are going to be obstacles. You're on Amazon, but this is still going to be life, guys. You've just decided to make Amazon a part of it, but you're going to have a certain amount of risk. You know, I talk to people who are kind of on the fence about doing this, and it's kind of like they're afraid to pull the trigger because, you know, something might go wrong. Baby, something is going to go wrong. That's called life. It's not about what happens to you. It's about how you respond to it. You think every product that I buy to source sells? Do you think it all sells at a profit? No, it doesn't. Why? Because this is life. So, you know, just make sure you go through the system, okay? And it works, but it's not perfect, okay? So just keep that in mind. That's very important because we all work jobs, and that job gives us the illusion that everything's going right with that company. They don't make any mistakes. Everything they do always makes a profit. That's not the case. So, you know, one way or another, you're dealing with risk. Even when you go to your job, they lose money. They're not making money on everything. There is a certain amount that they take as a loss. But what they do in order to be successful, being successful is not being 100% right all the time, being 100% profitable on every single thing. Being successful in business is having more wins than losses, but you're going to take some losses. So if you're on the fence, you're watching and you're not, you know, yeah, but I don't know. Listen, it may not be for you. Now, I've said this before, and I'm not going to stop saying it. If you're here just because you want to consume content, that's wonderful. You know, there's nothing wrong with that. I applaud you because what else could you be doing? Binge watching Netflix? At least you're taking your time to watch something that gives you knowledge. Maybe you never want to take action, but you enjoy knowing the possibilities. And if this is a sense of entertainment or some sort of pastime, you're spending it with me, and I respect you for that, and I love you for that. And at least, you know, you're learning something that's beneficial as far as I'm concerned. So, one more thing, because remember how I was saying the first step is figuring out where to buy products. Has anybody heard of SalesGazer? Here, all you got to do, go to SalesGazer and look at. When you go to SalesGazer, there's a video. Check it out. What SalesGazer does is it allows you to subscribe to the different stores that you want to see deals. It may be coupons, buy one, get ones. It could be gift cards, whatever it is. But instead of having your inbox filled with all these different stores constantly giving deals, you can basically just go to one place, and when a deal comes about, there you have it. So here's the deal. Here's my SalesGazer account. And in my inbox was something from Dick's Sporting Goods. And see, here you go. Where do you get your ideas of what you're going to sell? Wait, hold on. I'm still learning how to use it, but if there's a store that you want to subscribe to, you could either search it or you can come out. There's another way. I just haven't figured it out yet. Let's see. Yeah. Look at all these stores that you can subscribe to. Okay. If you want to see how this is toggled over, I subscribe to Barnes and Nobles. That way, when Barnes and Nobles is having a sale, it comes right into my sales gauger. And now I'm thinking, okay, great. So what's the sale? So here's what I did. I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and I saw they had clearance on, and I decided to go clearance men's footwear. So all I did was copy, come over and start a search. And when I did that search, here, let's go over to my search manager. And if we look under my active, well, it must have completed already. There should be one for Dick's because I did once. You see it right here? And here I put in the category. So in other words, instead of, okay, let me just show you real quick. Let me see. If we just come to product search, you have to go advanced. Now, I went Dick's, Sporting Goods, then in the categories, you see how you have your that symbol that won't allow you to put anything? You need to take it off of Easy Bulk. Then what you could do, you could take that URL, you could paste it in there, and then go through your regular filters. You don't need this anymore because now the Tactical Arbitrage is going to start searching right here. And if you look at the search is already done, here you can view the data just from that search. Okay. Now remember, let me put this over to basic because that's how I like to look at it. Now remember, it's just looking at that. If I wanted to, I could go ahead and add other things. And you see what I'm saying? But here's some results right here. And I'm going to tell you, shoes definitely sell. Now, I don't have time to go through a lot of this, but look at, if you got size 12.5 medium US selling for $151, let's see, 12 and a half. See all buying options. Look at that. I would jump on that. Now, you may not be approved for Adidas. It doesn't matter. I'm just showing an example. You might be using Sales Gazer for some other channel, store that you like to source at. So check out Sales Gazer. That's just something I wanted to share with you. I'm going to start wrapping up here, but I want to thank you. I asked you for your time. I asked you to pay attention. The operative word there is pay. I asked you to pay attention. And you did. I appreciate that. Of course, we'll have the uploaded video coming out. We've been doing it on Thursdays. I was asking you guys, do you prefer Thursday or Friday? Nobody really said anything, so I guess you don't care one way or the other. I want to say I'm thankful for the opportunity to be with you, coming up with ways to serve the market together. We have a mission, we got a purpose, and that's what separates us from so many other people out there. This is your calling, so you need to approach it that way. And also, remember, you can't see my screen right now, but go back before I froze up, and there was a number on the screen. Let me see. Yeah, see, that still froze. But, well, even with it froze, you can see that number on the screen. That's my cell number, so you can use that to connect with me. Remember, guys, I say it all the time, and I really mean this. In this fake world with all of this cyber this and internet that, if you're not in my phone, you ain't connected. This is your chance to connect with me. And you have that chance now. I don't know how long that's going to last because I got goals. I got to move on. And right now, I'm doing around $12,000 a month. Think about it, guys. When I'm doing $30,000 a month, I might not be as easy to reach. I may not be as accessible. But if you're already in my contacts, trust and believe you're there. So remember, if you want to get connected so that you can get coaching, I offer coaching. It's not expensive at all. It's very inexpensive. I do have a list that you can get on so that you get items. It's not expensive at all. Why isn't it expensive? Because of my philosophy and my principles. I'm not into trying to oversell you on something because I focus on people like me and I focus on beginners. If you ain't got no money hardly as it is and you're just getting started, why would I be trying to sell you, all kinds of expensive stuff? What if you were just learning to play guitar? Would I be trying to sell you a Gibson Les Paul for $2,499? And you got some salesmen that would do that. But why? You haven't even cut your chops yet. You haven't learned how to play. Okay? Same with a piano. I would tell you, look, start out with a Casio. Why would I try and sell you some expensive Steinway? It's just not necessary, guys. So remember, if you don't want coaching, you don't want tactical arbitrage, you don't want to get on the list, if you just want to connect, text the words working class hustler to the number on the screen and we can just be connected. At some point, you never know, we might be able to work together. But the people who get on in this world, they demand what they want. And I'm having more and more people say, hey, Horace, give me what I want. You said you're going to be here for me, and they won't stop until they get what they want. I love that. Demand what you want. Okay? Remember, you're going to hear people saying, oh, you're the average of the 5 closest people to you. Well, how do you get closer to someone who's better than you so that you can become like them? There's your opportunity. Although you're already doing it by constantly watching these videos. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I appreciate it. I was going to dance for you. I was practicing my new moves. I was practicing my moves. I was going to get it. But my screen froze up. So we'll get you next time, guys. I hope you got some value out of the video. I really, really appreciate your comments. Most of you do let me know how you feel about the channel and whether or not you got value out of it. Thanks so much. Next week, we ought to have a better stream. I have no idea what went wrong on this. But yeah, that's going to wrap it up. I already went over by 10 minutes and I gotta shut it down, guys. I shall return. This is what to sell on Amazon. I'm Horace, respecting your mind, your time, and most definitely your grind. Okay, I'm done with this rhyme. I done showed you how to get that paper. It's time to go get mine. I'm out. Somebody was asking how much is the coaching and the list. The list is only $50 a month. It comes out twice a week, and I actually work with you based on the the types of products that you like to sell or whatever you're approved in. The coaching, text me and we'll get connected and talk about that. It's not much, but we'll get into that when we connect. And that's it, guys. Holla at you later.